Hello. I have to apologize. I originally set up the scheduled one for a mobile live. So I'm sorry. I wasn't able to change it. So I set up a whole new live stream. Let me see. I can go over here and delete it. I'm learning how to work this. All right. Hopefully that won't confuse too many people if you start to join, but I'm just going to go ahead and do my thing here. I am 2 windows away, block 1. So I thought I'd just finish that online here. Um, Top stitching, I'm doing a really small zigzag stitch, and then I'm going through my sew along guide here for blocks 2 and 3. Block 2 comes out tomorrow, Friday the 22nd, and then block 3 comes out on Monday the 25th. So I'm getting myself prepared to get those going. So I'm going to sit here and cut out fabric and fusible web and get it all ready so that I am good to go to get started on putting together block 2 come Monday. So let me change out my glasses here so I can see what I'm doing, but I'm going to go ahead and finish top stitching these 2 windows that I have left on block 1. Then I can call this one done. And move on to the next. And it was much more fun to top stitch this than I thought it would be. I'm really happy about the whole process. I'm liking how this is working out. So I'm curious to know, I'm one of those who likes to cut fabric out when I'm ready to do my blocks. I'm not a fan, or I don't know, maybe it's my ADD, but I kind of cut things out as I'm working on them. So I didn't work ahead and get all of the pieces cut out for these blocks ahead of time. So I'm going to use this time to do that with you all. Cut out blocks 2 and 3. These are all probably very much ahead of me. And you can use this time to do your stitching, your top stitching on your blocks. Got 2 more sides to go here and we're done. My needle, and I've heard this about Jazz too, so that I have to change the motherboard if I want to stop that 2-stitch thing with the push of the pedal. I'm not going to go through that. So I just kind of prepared myself for it when it does happen. So there, we are all done. I'm going to trim it all down later. And I'm going to trim up all of my threads here for the houses or the windows that I did. And we can call this block done. Pretty happy with this. Oh, what is that bug? Is that a frog? Hear that noise? I have all the windows open and the fan on really fast because I'm a little warm right now. So, and then upstairs here on the second floor, it's a little warm. So I turned the fan on really fast. We'll flip it over and cut off these pieces. These little threads. Did a really narrow zigzag stitch on my top stitching here. It didn't have it has a blanket stitch, but it goes across, takes a bite of the fabric, and then it goes down 3 stitches, and that was just too many for me. So, and my Singer needs some service, which does even better with the specialty stitches, but I haven't taken it into my local quilt shop for service yet. The last time I tried cleaning it, and so I know it's time that it needs some adjustment. It needs to be taken all apart and all of the dust on the inside. So I think I got there's my back and my front and my fusible web. If you can see some of the how small my stitches are, but hardly noticeable. And I just found some threads that I had in my stash, so I will. Do I have any way of hanging this up here? Probably not. Don't have any of my tacks handy here either, so thought I'd hang it up so you could see it. But I will set this aside. I think she's really, really pretty. Good job. Good job, Miss Amy. She's a cutie and a keeper. So I'll put it up here on my design wall. All right. So I went through my sew along guide here and did some highlighting with my green marker about the topiary. Block is next on Monday, and then the pineapple house, or the topiary house is tomorrow. Comes out tomorrow, and then Lori will bring out the pineapple house on Monday. So I'm pulling out all of my Sew Simple shapes that I'm going to need for this one. And I was figuring out a way that I could easily organize this so that I can go through them much quicker. Because some of these are so small. I'm trying to put them in by size or something to see if that helps. So anyway, I was looking for, let's see, I got Q17 for the chimneys on the pineapple house. Q61, I got that. That's the planter for the topiary house. I got Q7 for the doors on the topiary house. Q15 for the chimneys. What was I looking for? Q7. So tell me, how are you guys moving along with your thing? Just put it in the comments if you're not here for the live. Like I said, when I went live on Monday, I'm not expecting a whole lot of activity right off the bat. And you know, if I don't. You know what it is? So I'm having fun having an opportunity where I am forced to actually sit down and work on something at a specific time. And I'm kind of enjoying that. And like I think I mentioned too the other day that I am really into the whole idea of being possibly doing all of my floss tube and quilt tube updates and stuff via live as well, because then I really don't have any choice but to log in and do it. Otherwise, I procrastinate sometimes. So let's see here. I'll go there, and I'll go there. I'm going to put these with my other little circular ones. Oh, little birdie. So here's a big one. We'll put that over there. Squarish ones. So here's a bigger one. It can go there. This can go here. Go there. I have to put my other glasses on if I want to see my computer. Because if anybody's watching and joining, I want to know, because I'm going to get caught up in my little world here. Just cutting fabric, and I'm just going to do this for about an hour, and then we'll call it a day. All right, so let's see here. Make sure I didn't miss anything. Q7, got that. Q17, I got that. Q61, I got that. And Q15, I've got that. Oh, I need a 32-inch, quarter-inch straight bias for the topiary house. This fabric right here. I'll cut these later. I'm not sure. I have to do some long measuring, and I have to be on the other side of the table for that kind of thing. So, oh, these were chimneys that I cut too many of. That. Okay. So let's see here. I need Q33 for the topiaries. What does that look like? What does that look like? That might help me. Oh, where's that picture? I should put a little tab on that one so I can see. There we go. There we go. The topiary house. So the topiaries are going to be a circular one, and that'll be 34. So I'm wondering if it's in here. How do you keep your so simple shapes? So you don't have to go through these one at a time. I'm looking for some advice. Please note in the comments if you watch this after the fact, and let me know, how do you keep these organized so that you're not going through, there it is, them so often. Right now I'm keeping them in some sort of shape here. So I need 2 of those. Next is 29 for the leaf. I'm assuming that's a small one. Yes. I got 29. Moving right along. 18-inch strip of quarter-inch bias, straight bias for the topiary, and 7 Q2. That's the big house shape. So I need that one. Okay. Put all of these together. I'm just pulling out everything for both houses, and then I'll have them handy. 29 I got Q2. And then I need Q9, which is in this long, skinny one. Why do I have 2 people watching? Or 1 person watching? I think I'm one that's on here as well. This was Q2. So I'm just going through. I finished block 1, and I have it up on my wall here. Q2, I got Q2. Okay. Q9. That's what I was looking for. That's what I was looking for. There. Q9. Got that. And I need a 5-inch strip of 1/4-inch bias. Straight bias for the pineapple house on that one. So I'm going to put a star next to that and a star next to this. So I go back and get my bias strips. And I need Q23 for the shrubs in the pineapple house. So it must be in one of these piles here. $23. Got that one. Q30 for the pineapple top. That's this. Got that. Q29 for the leaf in the pineapple house. I assume leaves are small, but in this particular case, it's not. 29. 39, 21, 26. I apologize if you guys find this very boring. This is a time for us to sew together. Probably don't work in the same fashion that I do. Tell me how you work. Do you cut out all your pieces at the beginning? And how do you keep your sewable shapes in a particular order so that you can find them faster? Let's see here. 29, the leaf and the pineapple. I already did that, didn't I? Yeah, I did. Okay. I already have that. It's just another fabric choice for that one. Another fabric for a different leaf. So here's another one, 29. Let's see here. I need Q17 for the windows, and I think I've got that already. I need Q12 for the windows as well. Do I have that too? That's this oval shaped one. I got that. Q15. You know, I like to work at one block at a time. Is it a big window for some reason? I can't find 15. I already have it. Okay. It's underneath my thing here. Q3 for the for the flag house. I already did that. Okay. Let's see. I need Q35 for the topiaries, and I think I already have that. No, I don't. There it is. 35. Watch how I work then.
then after the fact, 45. This is for flower and pineapple. 42, 54. 45. 44, 43. There it is. Oh, that's a pretty shape. I like that. Q45. That's this one. I got that. Q21 for the planter base. That's this one. Got that. Let's see. Next, Q32. I think I already got that. 34. This one's teeny tiny. There it is. 32. Come here, you. And Q40 for pineapple. I'm assuming it's a big piece. 60, 57, 58. Q10. Q52. 19. Q40, where are you? It's got to be in this. There it is. Q40. Just have to get that shape ready. Okay. Let's see here. I need Q61. Oh, I saw it here not that long ago. 60, 50, what's that? 59, 60, 57, 58, 63. Shoot. $61. Yeah, I'm interested in reading your comments after the fact if you're not sewing along with me, how things are going for you, how you're enjoying it. What do you think of the fusible web method that I am using? Is that something that strikes your fancy or no? Is that a no-no in Lori's world? I don't know. Is it? 41. That's for the flag house. So I'm looking for 61. I can't find it. Have I already pulled it out? 34, 29, 2. So 61 is the planter in the topiary house. So that's this house. So it's going to be something for 60, 62, 59, 50. Well, I'll be darned. I do not see it anywhere. Did it fall on the floor? I hope not. I hope not. I may have to use a different flower pot. I just might have to use a different flower pot. Well, I'll come back to that when I get to the fabric. Maybe it'll just pop out at me at that time.
Okay.
Put a star circle on that. I need 14 for the awning. What is that? Oh, here it is. There's that. I got that now. And Q33. I thought I had pulled that out already. Yeah. I think everybody's one of those that likes to cut out all of their stuff way in advance. And I didn't do it. So till I can get caught up, this is how I have to work for now. Got the 33. Here we need a 1-inch bias by 5-inch strip for the topiary house. There's another bias one I'll do later. Let's see here. I need Q10 for the roof on the topiary house. That's going to be in here. Q10. And last page. Then we can start cutting some fabric. I need Q14. I think I already pulled that, yes, for the planter and the pineapple house. I got that, so we are good there. So now we go back to the front and I pull out fabrics. I already have my base fabrics cut for these two. All right. So I highlighted everything in green on this one because before I had yellow and pink. So now I'm going to I'm still looking for that one. So I'll look for it again later. But I'm going to put these back in a little Ziploc baggie, which is right here. So I don't lose any of these. In the meantime, I'm going to keep checking the numbers on all of them and make sure I didn't miss it. 61 or something like that. These I don't need for these two blocks. I'm going to start cutting pieces for block 2 and block 3. Block 2 comes out tomorrow. And block 3 comes out on Monday. So these can get put away. Oh, come here. I can't get my fingers on them. Okay. Can't wait to get to that bird. Okay. And then all the little ones. There's a couple people on, or one person on anyway. Hope you're not bored to tears watching me just pull my fabrics together and start getting these ready. I'll bring out block number 1 and I'm going to get it set up on the thing behind me so you can see I finished it. I did the last top stitching on the last 2 windows at the start of this live, so if you watch it again you'll get to see that part. Let me grab that and board. Grab my block. There's my block. So fun. So much fun. I'll just set that right up here. See my block. All right. I'm going to put these aside for now. So I think I got everything that I need to get going on this. So I'll set these aside until I have to start tracing those out on my fusible web. So let's see, this was a bias piece. I'm going to do all my bias pieces after the fact, so I'm going to star that one to go back to it. I'm also going to have to print off another copy of this for the next one so I don't get confused here. So I need Q7 and I need a 2.5 by 5-inch rectangle of this brown sugar fabric. These were leftovers. I got too many from that one. So get this out, get a ruler.
goes to 7. 2.5 by 5. I need 3 for the topiary house. Oh, no, I need 3 total. 1 for the topiary house, birdhouse, and the pineapples. So I need 2.5 by 5. All right. So I can get 1 out of that piece. Let's do this. Yeah. I found thankfully I don't have to be like exact on this cutting. That's what I like to see. Because my cutting boards need to be replaced. 2.5 by 5. And that's what I got. 2.5 by 5. And I need 2 of these. 1 for the topiary house. And I have another board here with my base fabric for each of those. So 2.5 by 5. Slide that over a little bit. Get this one cut out for the pineapple house, and this is for the doors. Okay. Okay, that. And then I need my am I done with this? Nope, I still need 15, but I need one more. Okay, so let's see here. Q7. I'm going to need visible and that. And I got a pencil this time instead of my pink ink pen. I have my fan going in here because I am hot. A little warm today. A little bit. Not too bad. Could be worse. I didn't turn the air on. Today. So I had this nice young man come to my door today. Yeah. His name is Mitch. Mad City Windows is going around door to door selling windows. So my sunroom had some really bad windows, and out of curiosity, I'm having them come through to give me a quote. So I have some sort of an idea how much it's going to cost me to replace all my windows in my sunroom. That should be interesting. I may have to reschedule. I didn't have my schedule handy when we talked about it on the phone. He's a very nice young man. He had just finished college, so I was giving him his props and giving him the quote. You know, I'm sure he got turned down from everybody, right? Maybe not. I don't know. He may not have been, but give him his little deal here, and I can iron this on too. I didn't even get my iron started yet. Get him going. So he looked good with his employer. He was really excited. Very friendly young man. I enjoyed him. I don't know, about my youngest son's age. All right, this should be warm enough to iron that down. Oh, let's see here. I don't have a whole lot of space here. This is all my scraps. I'm hoping some of these pieces will fit. I can put it under in there. So let's put these out this way. So now I got one for that one, and now one for this one. The only thing is with the fusible is I have to be very careful with reversing. For these, because the reverse is going to be a little different depending on what it is I have to do. But for these nice little square ones, I'm not going to worry about that. But I'm also going to get these ready to cut.
get it all ready to go. So all I have to do is take the paper off and lay them down, lay them out. And my block should come together fairly quickly. Since we're only meeting on Thursdays, that means this next Thursday we'll be talking about these two blocks that I'm working on and getting together. And then I will probably be cutting out the next two for the Friday and Monday on the next video, unless I get my act together and get it all done in time for the next video. Let's see if I can get my act together, and during the time off period, I can get these ironed on and cut out the next pieces so that we're all ready to go. I guess I didn't know how this was all going to work out, but I'm going to continue to keep using this time as, I have things to work on with these blocks, and use this time to just do what I need to do for the next set of things that are coming out. You can sew along with me and chat along with me, ask questions of each other. All right, Q7. And that was for the doors for both the topiary house and the pineapple house. So I'm done with that one. Q17 for the chimneys. And I need 2 of those. And that is of the same fabric. And I'm wondering if that's these extra ones that I had cut out. So that was 17, right? Let me mark that off that I did this done. This is done. Q17. I think I'm just going to line these up and make sure that they match. That's the same window. It is. So I'm going to go ahead and count that as complete. And cut these out. And put them on the board for the pineapple house. And I don't know which one is which, because right now they're both exactly the same. So I may need to put a name on the board so I know which one is for which. What am I going to write that on? Do I have a piece of, yes, I do have a piece of paper here. Well, let's cut this window out, or the chimney, sorry. Chimney. So on this fusible thing, on these smaller pieces, I'm leaving the fusible covering the whole piece of fabric. On a larger one, I'll cut out the center so that there's not so much bulk in it. So let's use this small notebook. Homegrown Holidays. It's got a little magnet on it. It's really cute. All right, so I'm going to take this and cut it in half. And I'm going to call this one the Pineapple House. And this one is the Topiary. That way I can keep them. Well, I'm going to take a pin since I've got the fan going here, so things don't get blown away. Put that on there. Put this over here. All right. I think I'll write on the back of this. This was Q17. Just in case I get confused at the time I need to put them together that I don't know what it is. And this is Q7. I don't know, I'm learning how to stay organized with this. And I don't know that I will change my method of how I do it. I'm one of those who just likes to work on one block at a time. And in this case, I've got 2 coming up very quickly. So I am going to cut as I go, unless I have some free time available. I've got Bed Runner. Lori Holt's Prairie Quilt Seeds Bed Runner. the top is done. It's up here on my wall, and I'll do a separate video for the quilting updates. That's ready to be quilted, so that's done. So it needs to be basted and ready to go. And then the pumpkin table runner, the 4 pumpkins, that is done. The top is done and ready to be basted and quilted. So I'm really excited about that. I want to get going on those this week. I've got the next 5 days off, and I'm still not sure if I'm going to the cities or not, but there's a chance. 5 days, so there's still time. Let's see here. I need Q60. Oh, that's the 61 that I couldn't find. So did I actually get it and put it in here? I couldn't find here. I do have it. All right. So 61. I did get that one. And that is the planter bottom for the topiary house. So I need a 1.5 by 3 inch rectangle. This little spot over here should work for that. My ruler. 1.5 by 3. 1.5. There we go. Cut that piece out. I don't have to be exact, but close enough. 1.5 by 3. Okay. Cut that piece out. And then I need to, it doesn't fit on there. What? Use Q61 after piecing. There's nothing about this. That's 1.5. All right, let me just put this on here. Cut 2 1.5 by 3 inch rectangles for planter bottoms in topiary house. Use Q61 after piecing. Q61. And that is not 1.5 or 3. I guess there might be an update on that one. I need 2 of these. Are there 2 planters in this house? There is, 1 on each side. Okay. So this is more of a two and a half by 3.5 inch rectangle. Right? Am I wrong? Somebody else find that? Somebody else find that? All right, cut that off. 2.5 by 3.5. I'm just going to do this. All right. And I need 2 of those. I'm going to go all the way down there. And then all right. Let me put this back on here and see does that fit? No, 3.5 was the one. 2.5 by 3.5. I think is going to work for this. I'm going to go this route. Make sure it fits. And that's the brown sugar Newman. That's what this is. Okay. Double checking here that I'm not like looking at this incorrectly. And I need 2 of these. All right. Got 1. And that fits on there. It fits on there. Okay, so now I need
2 of these cut out of this too. So let me cut this other one off too. 2.5 by 3.5 seem to do the trick. 2.5 by 3.5. Okay, so 2 of those. I need 2 of these for the topiary house. I think that was the last. Nope, I got Q15. Okay. Now I'm going to cut out my heat and bond. Trace this out. 2 of these. So I finished 2 cross stitches too in the last week, and I posted YouTube shorts of those today. So go out and check those out. I finished Turkey Hollow Farm and Reverend Gordon Squash Bottom. The Rev I finished today. Finished stitching on the house. And now that those are done, I'm going to get back to my Prairie Schooler Santas and get to work on those so I get that pillow finished. I'm thinking I'm going to have another live day where I finish those, fully finish those pieces, FFO them. I gotta go find frames for them. But I like this live thing. It keeps me focused and keeps me accountable so that I'm forced to be somewhere to do something. I like it. I like it a lot. Kind of works for me in my brain. You don't have to be there at the live moment to watch me do it. But so cut some more of this off. I'm going to cut it all out, but I don't need to do that. But it gives me an opportunity, and it gives me a scheduled time in which I should be actually working on something so that I can accomplish goals. You know what I mean? Kind of works for my brain. I don't know how that works for other people, but it's an opportunity for you to sit and listen to me just talk. I know that could get boring. I'm not the most entertaining chick in the world. I'll have to come up with some ideas here. Background music, maybe. I don't know. All right, put that in my garbage can, and then I'm going to iron these down. And these don't have to be in reverse or anything. There, that seems to work much better for that. All right, so this is for the topiary house. Get it all cut out and ready to go. The block didn't fall down yet, did it? The wind in here. So if I'm not going to the cities this weekend, I intend to do a live feed for my floss tube updates, because I did record something, but now it's like outdated because I never did get it uploaded. I never did get it edited and uploaded, so I might do a live for that. Let's go to the topiary one and talk about that. And for my quilting update, I don't want this to iron to my mat. I'm gonna cut this off. Because I did finish those 2 pieces. The Prairie Quilt Seeds flower bed runner. And I also finished the pumpkin table runner. They're very big. Lori's stuff is so large. Love it. Absolutely love it. So I'll show you those. We'll do those this weekend. Got to get those quilted. They're ready to go, so I need to get them basted. I may need to make a run to Joann's to get some batting.
Get that done. There. Topiary house. Fabric 1 done. Hello. I see some numbers are climbing a little bit. You sewing along with me? All right. And that can go on the topiary board. All right. That's too small to do anything with. That's scrap that could possibly be used. All right. And so the planter's done. I can check that off my list. Now the Q15 for the chimneys. I already did 17, so I got to do 15. Okay, that's this one right here. And I need 2 1.5 by 2s. All right. So I need a 3 by 2. Is this big enough? It is. It is. I'm so afraid I'm going to run out of fabric, you guys. My biggest fear of this whole thing. I'm hoping it all works out. I hope it works out. 1.5 by 2. All right. So then I need, and I think this is from this fabric. So I can fold this up and call this one a done deal. So all of this fabric is done for blocks 2 and 3. And I'm going to draw on my fusible. So if you're new, I am doing the fusible method. I tried to do Lori's method, and I like it. And I think if I was to be doing actually hand stitching it, maybe I'd have liked it even better. But I don't have enough time. Well, I guess I have time. It's just it would take a little bit more time to get to the finish. But I like this fusible web. I really, really do. It's a method that's just something I've done all along. I've done other methods, but I really like that for this. And there's my block. It's all finished. I've got it all top stitched and everything with a small zigzag. And I did fusible webbing, and I don't see that it looks any different than anybody else's. I don't know. What do you think? Are you using Lori's method, or do you have another method? Are you top stitching by machine? Are you hand applicating them down? Tell me how you're doing it. I want to know how other people are doing it. My other question that I had, and if you watch again after the fact, how do you keep these pieces organized so that every time you have to go pull one out, you're not sorting through every single one of them to look for the one you're looking for? Anyway, that was just my thing. I was looking for something today. I actually cut that one crooked. It's going to be a little shy. I cut it crooked. I'm not cutting it out again, so we're going to let it go. It's just a hair. Anyway, you'll never know. It's brown fabric. You'll never know. They'll never know. Right? So, what else have you guys been doing since my last video on Monday? Working on any other things? Anybody willing to chat with me? Are you sewing along with me? How far are you guys with your project? Did you finish block 1? All right, so these were for the topiary house. So that's going over there on the topiary board. All right, so next fabric is lettuce Hardman. Okay, so this is where it gets really hard. Excuse me, I always slide off my chair. I slide forward in my chair all the time. So I need Q33. And these are the ones that I pulled out already. So I need circular pieces, a 2x2 of the hardened lettuce. Now it's going to be a green because it's lettuce. I can't pick it up. I can't pick it up. Okay. And I think that's this one. And if I check, this is where I get confused. I may have to pull up a picture. So let me pull up her website here, a blog, so I can see a picture of the fabric. One day I'm going to have to invest in a color printer so that I can see the colors, especially when you're working with something like this. All right, so now I'm going to pull up a picture of all the houses, actually. Let me see if this will help me. This is Q33 for the topiaries, and they're green. Yes. Oh shoot, I can't see that. Hold on. Go back there. And get the Be Prepared document. Sew along guide. Okay. Click here for the sew along guide. I got to print off another copy for the next few blocks. All right. So now, did it download? Hometown sew along guide. Okay. So I am on page 5. Yep. This is the one. I got it right. Okay. So now let's cut some pieces out of this. I need 2 2-inch squares for the topiary house. I'm going to go 2x4. I'm so ready for tomorrow's block to come out so I can start putting it together. 2x2, 2x2, 2x2. You guys, this is funny, but shoot. Oh, here it is. I'm like, where's my piece? This is how I work, even when nobody's watching me. Crazy? Nope. This is how I do it. I talk to myself the whole time. I've always kind of done it to pretend that people are watching me. So this live is kind of like natural for me, I guess. Because I kind of do this as if somebody's watching me and I explain things to myself. I don't know. I'm weird. I'm strange. This is how I get things done, and I don't make mistakes when I do it that way. Not that I don't, but less mistakes maybe. I'm going to need this again, I'm sure, for another fabric choice, but so you're late to the game, didn't watch my first one. I am using the fusible webbing method to get my pieces down on my base fabric. And instead of using interfacing, no, it just was awkward for me. Like I haven't done it before, but I would like to use something that's familiar. All right, so I'm gonna put this on, iron that on that little piece. So when I get bigger pieces, I cut the centers out of my
so that it's not so heavy. And I use a heat bond light, so it's not a big one. So like for the base of the house and the roof pieces, the larger pieces, I will cut out the centers if I remember. No guarantee that I won't remember not to do it. So I'm not gonna, get upset if I don't do it and recut every piece or anything, but all right. There's one. And I have both boards on the side over here, these little foam boards, and I taped a note to it. One says topiary and the other says pineapple. So I'm cutting out these two pieces, one for tomorrow's block and one for Monday's block. And then next Thursday when we meet, we'll see how far I've gotten with both of those. I try to keep a little something for you to see me do while I'm doing it. Like today I top stitched the last two windows down on my blocks over here. So it doesn't look different from the hair-faced ones. I'm just not going to have anything puffy on it. That's all. Be puffy. I think I would have liked it if I was going to hand stitch the tops, the pieces down. And my hands after top stitching things, cross stitching even sometimes if I hold my Q-snap just so my fingers, the arthritis in my hands starts to act up. So that would slow me down and I wouldn't get a whole lot done. So I'm liking this method. It's working really, really well for me. All right, so I've got the 33. That was that little piece squares for Q34, which is this piece right here. So 2.5 by 2.5 inch squares. Get my fabric back out here. Cut these. Let's do this. So 2.5 and 2.5 is 5. 2.5 by 5 is what I'm going to cut out here. And I don't want to get the selvage in there, so I'll put that down, move that out of the way. I want to cut that. Cut this piece out. And then 2.5 by 5. That cut out. And 2.5 by 2.5. Okay. Got that. So then I need my fusible. Set those aside so I can draw these circles. Let's see here. Organize the So Simple shapes. So anybody has any suggestions on how you're organizing them so they're easy to find, I'd like to know what you have as an option. So there's something going on at work. I keep getting these messages from my scheduling system that there's some open shifts. I'm a little worried about that. My good friend Patty works those shifts. I hope everything's okay. All right, so I'll cut that out. Set that aside. And we'll get these ironed on and cut out. Is everybody done with block 1 that's joined us? There's 5 of you here watching me. I'm only assuming you're watching me because you are sewing along with this. Nobody's chatting to let me know. So I'm going to talk about my sew along.
All right. That's not big enough for something. So now I can iron these on. Nothing to take reverse into action here. Cut these out. These are going to be cute. These topiaries. Ooh, love it. I love it. I enjoyed Black One. And I think I've got a little routine going here, so we'll see. So that goes with topiaries. Are they all the same fabric? I need to see a picture of the block. Can't wait to see a picture of the block. I'll have to pull up that page on my phone on the Be Prepared document. Because I guess I would have assumed that each one of these was going to be a different fabric. Am I doing this wrong? I am. It is a different fabric, Amy. Okay. I'll do both of them and see which one I like best. I already made a mistake, you guys. All right. So this is the Q33. This is the Q34. And that's this one right here. Okay. All right. I will set these aside. See, this is why I'm afraid I'm going to run out of fabric. You know, I think there's plenty. There should be plenty. All right. If not, you know, darn, you have to go buy fabric. All right, so that one's done. So I've got 2 fabrics finished. And I'm going to use this one, Basil Mangum. I can read that. Okay. Making sure that's the right one. My black and white copy leaves it very. So let's do this again. Okay. Let's do it again. 2.5 by 5 inch piece. Cut that down to 2.5 by 2.5. 2.5 by 5. Okay, repeat. Getting talkative and not paying any attention that I moved on to a different fabric. All right. 2.5. And that's scrap. And 2.5 by 2.5. Let's cut that piece out again. I like this fabric. This is nice. Do I need anything else for this? Yes, I need a leaf block for the pineapple. So let's do that. And that is Q29, but I need a 1.5 by 1.5 inch square. I'm a little hesitant because I already had to change the size. That should work. Okay, of a piece. So I don't know if what do I need? 1.5 by 2.5 inch rectangle. 2.5, 1.5. There we go. Okay, now we're done with this fabric, so I can fold this back up. How's this go? Follow the fold marks on this. And put that in the pile. That's what I should have done with the other one. Get it out of the way before I make a mistake on it. All right, so now I need this so I can cut out my shape. Nobody's chatting. This is 29.
Okay. I keep sliding forward in my chair. How long have we been on? An hour and 10 minutes. I guess my time is up. I was only going to do this for an hour. Get carried away. It's more fun than I thought it was. I'm having way more fun than I think I'm having. It's taking a while to get all these pieces cut out, but I'm going to continue to work on this tomorrow until I get it finished. And then the block should be out. Okay, so I got that. I'll have her blog post up for that in the morning. And I'll go ahead and take care of that. So I need to redo 34 here before I get carried away. Where did I put that piece? I already lost my piece. I set it down somewhere. There it is. Okay. Cut these out. Those done. So I'll continue to work on this and get my pieces cut out. And then Thursday I'll be back at 7 o'clock. And we'll see how far I've gotten at that point. And by then we'll have both blog posts will be out for block 2 and 3. And we'll see how far we've come. I would get together. I'm hoping I'm top stitching both of them at that point. I'm not still cutting pieces out. Like I said, I do have those quilts that are done and need to be basted and quilted. So I'd like to work on those this week as well. So, and with one machine that's working at this point, I can only do so much at a time. But, all right, you guys. I'm going to iron these down, cut them out. And I'm going to call this a day. I might come back later tonight and do some more. And come back here. Come back and do some more later on tonight. Get these ready. And we're good to go. All right. So thanks for joining me. Put in the comments, answer some of the questions that I asked about organizing your Sew Simple shapes. And did you cut out all of your fabric already? Or am I the only one that does this block, one block at a time kind of thing? That's me. I like to do it that way. I'm a little ADD. I can't sit for too long. Like right now, it's probably time for a break. It's probably why I looked at the clock. It's time for a little break from this for a minute. And come back to it. But I can't just sit and cut fabric for hours and hours and hours on end for all 12 blocks. That's just not the way my brain works. So here we're going to get a little taste of how everybody does their, organizes their stuff and keeps their projects in order and how they work on their projects. It'll be interesting to know how the people work so differently from each other. And I'm doing fusible method versus the interfacing method. So we're going to do everything a little differently. All right. So you guys enjoy yourself. Enjoy working on your blocks. And I'll meet you back here again Thursday. Hopefully I'll do the live correctly. I set it up for my phone this time. I couldn't get it to work last time. Somehow I don't see how I missed that option to make that choice, but I should have this whole live process getting on the right schedule on time too. Nobody was here, so I didn't miss anybody. Nobody was waiting on me. So I'm glad you found me. But anyway, you guys enjoy working on your blocks, and we will meet back here on Thursday. What day is that? Thursday, September 28th. We'll meet back here at 7 p.m., okay? Enjoy yourselves. Bye-bye. Love you.